I'm going to be the one to do the last time because I rolled that nat 1 a million years ago. Like, so far ago, it was last year. Um,
Yep.
and to sort of help catch up for David as well because he was not here. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the group finally made it up to Stravant, the town that was supposed to hold the library for Skunk to learn about the mirror. And Stravant was a very magical town. We had Bjorn roll a history check. It was still on brand for Bjorn. He rolled like a 3. Um,
Yeah, that's about right.
and he could not remember anything about Stravant other than it was a magical place. And it is a magical place. It's one of the most heavily magical areas in all of Iran. Um, and just as per my typical thing of having a lot of the cities having a larger collection of individual races, though not everywhere is completely like xenophobic. Only a few places are. Um,
Hi.
yes, Shervant was heavily in the territory of Genasi. Um, though it was Genasi of all different types, so it was a very colorful and very magical place. Um, you went there, you found the library, you briefly met up with Mira, a young water genasi, and her little dog Pug, or Bug, rather, who is a little water dog, which I have an image of way back up there. Um, and beyond that, Skunk and Silver went specifically to try to research about the Dragon Dex or Skunk's Mirror and learned of the Dragon War, a historical battle many years ago that happened on Iban that is what led to Iban being trapped in its eternal winter and the magic of Iban being a little less apparent. Um, and through the legend or book that was found, um, and that they read up on this Dragon War, and the potential was brought out that the Dragon Mirror, that Skunk's Mirror is, may or may not have a dragon soul inside it. Um, so, with that thought in mind, you guys quickly made your way back to Yukiege via teleportation circle because there were those on Servant, because of course there were. And you went all the way back to Yukiege, met up with Locke again. There was this brief little adorable reunion between Locke and Kad, and it was great. Um, and then you had a brief little get together, dinner, party, whatever you want to call it, that was in the tavern in Yukiege. And um, then you sort of caught up. You caught Locke up on all the things that went down. And then Locke decided to make use of Ambenswin to see if he could look into the Dragon Mirror situation. And he saw a brief moment of the past, potentially during the. It looked very much like it was during the Dragon War itself. And Locke was able to see cultists, largely of elven make, who were trying to do something with a white dragon. He's not exactly sure what happened because he got ejected out of the temple that was happening in, and yeah, he couldn't stay there very long. So following that, the group's reason that the dragon that was seen in that vision, being a white dragon, was possibly not the one that was actually imprisoned in the mirror, if the lightning that was the backlash for the mirror is connected to the dragon that is in the mirror. There was a brief little discussion between Skunk and Silver that it may be a copper or blue dragon, rather than a white one that's actually in the mirror, because white dragons are ice. And of course, Skunk does not want to keep a potential dragon soul inside of his arcane focus, so he wanted to do something about that.
Well, my arcane focus is the rock. The mirror is just a fun thing I found.
Yeah.
It's a side hobby.
And beyond that, though, you guys went through all of this and were trying to figure all this out. And Kad was not very privy to the knowledges of dragons and magic and other such things. And he may or may not have possibly fallen asleep. And then in the middle of all of that, he suddenly wakes up, his rage happens, and then it goes away. And that is where we stopped.
Basically meaning that thing that drove him away the first time, the spontaneous eruptions of fury that we kept having to knock him out of, seems to have returned.
Yes. They only happened a grand total of 3 times, only one of which was extremely dangerous, and then they ran. Because one time, his first time was when he was at an inn, and the only things he decided he ended up breaking were chairs. Second time was against an actual target that you guys did not want to actually fight, and then the third time he almost killed Locke. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond that, though, we will open up. You guys are still in Yukiege. Kad had... Yes, that.
Thank you, Kenneth.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. It was a thing, and it had nothing to do with anything around it, and it was funny. So, anyway.
Yes. Anyway, so beyond that, you guys we will open back up with you guys in Yukiege. Kad has just sort of come back to himself from his mini rage out thing, and you guys were deliberating, I think, still exactly how you wanted to handle the whole dragon situation. There was a talk of at least not doing it in town if you were to try to figure out what to do with the dragon, just in case something bad went down. And yeah, so
yeah, that was like Locke's pitch. It was like, I'd rather not fiddle with something that has a dragon inside of it within city limits, on the off chance that, the dragon pops out and manifests as a ghost because the spirit is so malcontented. I'd rather not do that with a whole host of civilians nearby.
Yeah.
That is a fair concern.
Alrighty.
He's sure the group could handle it if far away from civilians, but those civilians would create a complication that would be hard to manage.
There will be crossfire in such a confrontation.
Yes.
Precisely that.
Well, there'll be crossfire in any such confrontation like that. The difference is whether or not there's anything to get caught in it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Alrighty. So, with that, what are you guys wanting to do at this point? You could head out of Yuki. It is.
I mean, did everyone notice that Kad had his little thing?
Yeah, it's probably pretty apparent. You guys have.
Because his guardian spirits popped out, right?
Yeah, they did. And they also.
Didn't I fight it off relatively easy?
You did, yeah.
It's like your spirits showed up and then they disappeared, but there's still glowy magical things that we associate with combat. We're gonna notice. We're around the dinner table.
We'll be like, hey,
Bjorn will be like, hand on his sword hilt, like, wait, danger?
It's like, that happens, and Skunk looks up. Huh? What was that?
Hey, buddy, is everything okay?
Let's see. Scroll down. Is everything okay?
I love that. Rolling insight on yourself.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, that tracks. Sometimes you need to stop and actually analyze what you're doing.
Yeah, it does make sense. I love that. That's great.
Am I okay?
Yeah. From what you with a 19 roll, you think you're pretty solid. You're well in control of yourself. And you have. I can't quite remember if we had discussed if you had any moments similar to that when you were on your own or anything like that. But considering you got a 19 on that roll, it is kind of familiar to the last time you were here with Locke, or around Locke. Because you remember very well the reason that you ran away.
So, yeah, something along the lines of, I think so. I'm feeling pretty solid. And
And do you just
is
now
this what
glitch every now and
nostalgia is
then?
like? Huh?
Do you just glitch every now and then?
I don't know. It's not really happened since I left. But
Hmm.
I wasn't able to control it before, right?
Yes, I think me and Locke distinctly remember you not being able to control it. Our faces remember it.
My ribs too.
Oh, actually, um, Riven was the one that was here when Kad ran away initially, so she didn't actually see the event where he actually almost killed Locke. Silver didn't, that is.
Silver got caught up on that.
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
Well,
She didn't see it, but she was brought up to speed.
Yeah. And
Cadril's going to go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cadril's going to sort of poorly feign an attempt at a smile, like like it's not bothering him, but he'll look kind of serious and he'll say, "If you ever need to do whatever you have to do, I understand."
Well, let's not phrase it like we're going to kill you, because that's not going to fly.
Yeah, no.
More likely just
no,
douse you with water.
You guys have subdued me before. I don't think you've killed me yet, right?
Barely.
He turns to Oak. I'd remember you bringing me back, right?
Yes, you would. It would not be good, but yes, you would.
Right, so hopefully it doesn't come to that, right? He looks visibly nervous.
Yep, that tracks.
Skunk, Locke is going to look at Skunk. Did he do anything like that during the time you've been traveling with him?
No, not once.
Ah, fuck. I think I just clocked the common thread here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. First time this happened, as I recall, I might be misremembering, it's been a while, but as I recall, the first time that happened was when we were in the Feywild, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was at around the same time that Dalila was trying to slip her... I don't know what her fingers are like, but I'm going to assume long and tenderly into my brain and snatch me away from Vindsevpt. Around the same time is when this started happening with you. And it's happened periodically ever since we left the Feywild, and then it didn't happen once the whole time you were away from the group. Then the rest of the group links back up with you, still nothing, and then the second you're in my house, it happens again. The common thread is me.
You don't think it's Vindsevpt, do you?
No, this does not seem like something Vindsevpt would do. He has too much investment in me to jeopardize my existence by hijacking you, and he has no interest in you. No offense. You realized your potential. I am not willingly doing anything. But if Dahlia's influence on me never fully left, and if somehow it's seeping into you, I don't know. I honestly couldn't guess at the mechanisms at work here, but the only pattern I can think of is that somehow I'm the common denominator, my presence. As for why, hell if I know.
Well, time to kill you. All right.
Hey!
Yep.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, maybe not the
like,
time
you'd
for
have to
jokes.
kill me first.
You are the
Please don't.
secret evil.
Man, I'd know if I made that my secret character trait.
Bjorn is just going to, on the side, casually cast Remove Curse on Locke. Just on the off chance.
He allows it.
Doesn't think it's going to do anything, but why not? It couldn't hurt.
Sure. Kad. Roll for me.
Oh no.
Roll for me. Actually, let's see. What sort of role would this even be?
While you're thinking about that, Locke is actually going to activate Detect Magic with his thing, just to see if there is any meaningful reaction to Bjorn's spell.
No, yeah. So
Your sensing magic flares up as he casts a spell.
I mean, yeah. There's obviously
Yes,
that.
dumbass. I'm checking for a response.
No, you don't sense anything with Detect Magic other than his spell going off and not really doing anything.
Oh well.
That was worth a shot.
So I guess this would be a wisdom-based roll for Kad, and with advantage because of the conversation that had went down.
Wisdom roll, wisdom save.
Wisdom check, yeah. With advantage.
Normal.
With advantage.
Advantage.
Roll well.
Oh.
My wisdom has no fleas, not a sponsor. Yay.
Alright, so, with that in mind, you finally piece together something that's kind of interesting. And would be something that you would potentially bring up, obviously. The voice that you heard just now, last session, and the voices that you heard in all those many times that you guys were doing the stuff dealing with Dahlia's, like, there was a moment way back when there was a couple statues of Dahlia that you guys were destroying to help kind of weaken her power, and at that time you guys were hearing like echoes of her trying to mess with your head, and she actually succeeded at one point against you. You were there was a moment several sessions ago that you were trying to put a statue back together as you and Bjorn were destroying it. And you had heard Dahlia's voice back then and knew that that was Dahlia's voice because of the circumstance. And now you piece together that the voice you heard prior a second ago was also her voice. She was just speaking in a language you didn't know. So that, combined with what Locke said, is at least knowledge for Kad in character that Dahlia is involved. Somehow.
Can he repeat what he heard?
What'd you say, Sam?
It's like, can he repeat what he heard? Like, mimic what they were saying?
I could say he could, but it'd be a performance role because it's not a language that he knows. He could try.
I have so many stupid things on my character sheet, and none of them apply to that.
Nope.
I have daddy shenanigans, waiting to be saved, make jerky, trace without a pass, born in a barn, question mark. Okay. You said it's what? Performance?
Performance, if you want to try to repeat
Traced
what you
without
heard.
a pass?
I don't remember the context to all of them. It started with quote unquote knock on door.
Yeah.
Being a street. Anyway, you said performance.
Yep.
My cursor was hovering over it because I was going to click on it and then I didn't. And then I was reading the list, skipping the one the cursor was over, and I couldn't find it. And I was like,
Good job.
anyway.
Yep.
Performance normal.
12.
So it sounded kind of like she said blah blah blah, whatever.
Can any of us try to make out what language?
It sounds.
Or if not for understanding, at least to know what language it seems to be like.
Yeah. With
Anyone know comprehend languages as a spell?
Let's see. I don't think I do, but I'll look.
I don't think Oak would have that
No.
prepared if he has it.
Wait,
One day
does it
later.
lock, or is that just like
That's only for
reading?
writing. I can only
Oh.
I can read all writing, but it has to have a meaning and it has to be written. I can't if he read it out phonetically, maybe, but probably not, because that wouldn't be the
What
language
about-
of noises.
What about Locke's mom?
Um.
Does she know
boy.
that spell?
Mom,
Wait, no, that's Skunk's voice. Wrong mom.
Mom.
Shut up. Shut up.
Good job.
Look, I'm getting used to having two characters in one scene, all right?
Yep.
It's not like I'm used to.
You need one to say mom and one to say ma'am, and then one to say mother.
That's three.
And then have them have a intellectual conversation or argument with each other.
No, just have a fourth that just goes, Daddy. Anyway.
So let me make sure that what classes can have comprehend languages. Yeah, she could have it potentially. Though, what I will say is with the 12 performance, it would effectively sound to those who would know it like broken Elvish. Or possibly, like, what is the, like, upper crust Elvish, the Sylvan something?
Sylvan.
I think? Yeah.
If it's Elvish or Sylvan, Locke can understand it.
Yeah. It sounds like broken that, but you can't quite get the word because he doesn't pronounce it correctly. It could be like some sort of swear word, or it could just be like a greeting. You're not sure.
Huh. You'd think if I know those languages, I'd be able to intuit what they're trying to say, but alright.
Not one is that broken.
I didn't do that good.
Yeah.
It's alright. It's Elvish or Sylvan, one or the other. Though exactly what it's saying, I couldn't tell you right now. She's either uttering a very colorful profanity, which I doubt, or some sort of agreement.
Greeting.
Greeting.
I mean, it's like those languages where you have a person's name and suddenly their name is like horrible profanity and it's just a name. You know, Japanese does that kind of crap all the time. So it's similar to that in the context of Sylvan. Sylvan is a very pretty language, so its words are flowy and majestic-y sounding, but then what they mean is just basic terminologies, and yeah, so you can totally have a greeting that's also a swear word. Fine by me. So it does sound Elvish or Sylvan. And your mom would know comprehend languages, but that's not going to help her when it's broken. Mm-hmm.
Good
You
move.
fended it off this time, so that is a marked improvement. We need to figure out what to do about that at some point.
We tried.
Well, we can go hunt her down and fight a god. What?
Look, I'm all for being rid of Dalila once and for all, do not get me wrong. But last time we were in the Feywild, that place messed with us something fierce, and that's her domain.
Yeah.
She would have every conceivable home field advantage. If we have to confront her, it would not be wise to do so in her home field advantage. And plus, the Feywild is big. It's like an enormous mirror of the material plane. That's an entire world to scavenge, and we don't even know where to start. And we'd have to deal with all the other inhabitants.
I mean, I've been to the Feywild town versus of Yukiege.
Point stands.
It's just a normal town.
Point stands, though. We have no idea where specifically to look for her, and I doubt she'd make it easy, and the Feywild is anything but safe.
It was very bright, among other things.
That too. Look, if she's going to insist on making our lives a living hell by abusing any connection she has to me to attack you, Kad, I'm all for taking the fight to her if we can get a good plan going.
If you try to track prey without knowing what you're hunting, you're gonna become the hunted pretty quick.
Exactly.
Well, we know what we're hunting.
We have a name and a general classification of creature, but that's about it. The only other concrete information we have on her is old folklore. That doesn't help us much.
Well, where could we go to get more information?
Libraries, archives, places with historical accounts, really
What
old
about-
people with a connection to the Feywild, that sort of thing.
What about
Then
Ulara?
Maybe that's...
Wasn't Ulara the one that made all the magical trinkets and stuff for us?
Right,
Yeah, but she got...
the Rhaegar Enchantress?
Yeah,
but she got cut off, didn't she?
but she might have knowledge. Had we ever asked her if she knew where Dalila actually was?
I feel like we might have. That feels like an obvious question.
She was the way that we got into the Feywild the first time. It was her quest that sent us into the Feywild to begin with. And
Luke could send her a message and ask.
yeah.
Maybe.
I feel like I've just been dropped into a very long and complicated story, and I don't understand what's happening.
Bjorn is going to pat Skunk on the back. It's okay. You get used to it.
You are in the final chapter. It is almost over, friend.
I'm kind of late to the party, huh?
Oh, absolutely. You joined after my retirement. Looks like I'm coming out of it for a bit.
Well, I mean, you're only 17, 18. Retirement was hardly going to last at that age.
Well, by retirement, I mean working at this library, not adventuring. Also, it's 18 now.
Yeah, 18. There you go.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
the more pressing matter that we can actually do something about directly, even if we can't really actually do anything, is looking into Skunk's mirror. We could potentially talk to to Ulara to see if she could give us any kind of insight on Dahlia's whole thing. But at least with the whole mirror thing, we have some sort of idea of what to do.
Yeah.
We do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the thing that was used to save the dragons before. Try to see if we can do something like that to the mirror, or maybe even talk to and this is Yang speaking. Maybe even talk to, I don't know. Maybe Dad would know something if it was a remove curse or something on the mirror. Maybe
It's an option.
So we go around and we recruit like 3/4 of everyone, and oh wait, no.
we did that.
No, we
mission
did that
already.
storyline already.
Yeah.
Well, what we could do... Gathering information about Dahlia and whatnot is going to take time. I have a limited degree of control over my ability to visit distant places through Vindsevpt, so I could probably make use of that and poke my nose into libraries or archives and other places scattered around. Ask people, gather information from a distance.
Yeah.
And I can just do that at night, and during the day we keep moving and just investigate what have you about this mirror and deal with that. 2 projects, same trail.
Well, 2 parallel trails.
No, it's 2 separate goals, but I'm literally walking on one specific trail the whole time. I'm just napping on it the other half the time.
Fair.
Yeah.
So does that mean you're going to journey with us a little bit more, Locke?
I feel obligated to. I mean, for one thing, you all came asking for my help with this mirror. I feel compelled to help solve that. And for another thing, if Dahlia still has her tendrils in my head, I want them out.
Are you sure it's just not tendrils in his head?
Whether it's my head or Kad's head doesn't matter. The fact remains, that archfey asshole has been spitting in our coffee, shitting in our dinner, and putting our lives on the line for as long as I've known any of you. I'm getting sick of it. I'm trying to enjoy a peaceful retirement here, and she's making that very difficult if I can't even see my best friends without it turning into chaos. So I can stomach one more trip on the road if it means getting her to shut up and leave us alone.
Alright. So, do we want to spend another night here and head out in the morning, or do we want to head out now, considering it's just like early afternoon at this point?
I was under the impression that we were like having breakfast right now.
Yeah.
I was like, we were convening
Breakfast
immediately
point.
after I did my Evanson and things. Like, it's morning right now, so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No sense wasting daylight.
Right.
So, beyond this, Alessandra is going to, like, sort of come around and... Because she has been hearing all of this. She is here with you.
Yeah.
She's going to come around and give Locke, like, one of those backward shoulder hugs things. And be like, I definitely don't want you to go out there and put yourself at risk again, but at the same time, you make a very valid point. You need to be safe spending time with your friends, and I know that despite what may have happened, he's a very kind soul anyway. She sort of gestures to Kad. I mean, there was that time that he helped me organize books, and anyone that can actually enjoy organizing books can't be bad. She says with like a half smirk. So just be careful, and if anything happens, you have the means to contact and let us know.
Yeah. Don't worry. If anything goes tits up, I'll let you know.
Even if you get suddenly sent to the Feywild or something, you can use Vindsevpt to contact us out of realm or something.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So if that's the case and everyone is ready to head out,
I'll need a little bit to grab my shit, but it shouldn't take me long.
now. And during that bit, you will have Vanya briefly. She'll sort of notice you packing up and is like, "Hey, now, what are you doing?"
Ah, right. Got caught up in the moment. All right, so let me give you the rundown, and I'll get her all up to speed on what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, that's a lot out of nowhere.
Yeah, tell me about it. I'd really hoped I was done with all this, but apparently not quite yet.
So does this mean I can get to go on the adventure that Dad was wanting to go on? Since you're
Dad
leaving
is
town
wanting to
too?
do something?
I mean, yeah, he's always wanting to head out and go somewhere. If Mom lets us.
I mean, as long as he comes back. So are you wanting to tail him or follow me?
Well, did you bring up the step of it may lead to you fighting a god, as Silver put it?
Yeah, I like Locke is very open with his family at this point. He would not have let out the actual stakes he's stepping into.
Well, let me ask you this. If things go belly up with it, you're going to let us know, of course.
Possible. I have the Tome of Communion.
And if that's the case, and I have to come in there and help rescue you, I'll totally be down for it. But I kind of am with Dad on the whole going out and trying to find things rather than just putting your life at danger. So...
Well, I'm not just throwing my life in danger for the hell of it. I'm trying to protect my friends.
Oh, yeah, I get that. I get that.
Tell you what. If you're going to be out there futzing about with Dad, you can still contribute to all of this by keeping your eyes open for any information that might be useful.
That I can do.
All right.
And she'll just give you a hug.
Return it gratefully. Give him hell. He always needs it. And don't let him wander off. It was a pain in the ass to get him back here the first time.
Oh, I know. I remember. Trust me, I remember. I'm not going to let him get out of my sight. At least not for more than a couple minutes.
Good. Keep in touch. Keep the book clean. And don't die. That would be extremely inconvenient for everyone involved.
The same to you.
Yeah.
I mean, I just got you back not too long ago. Don't want to lose you again. I'm sure you feel the same.
I'm not even sure if got each other back is even the right term. I didn't even know you existed until relatively recently.
No, fair.
Yeah, but still, the sentiment is right.
Yeah. Alright. I'll see you later. Be careful out there.
Yeah, you too.
And then I'm guessing the group will journey out.
Yeah, Locke will collect the black book, just give it a grim expression. All right. One more time. Just one more fucking time. Maybe I'll have made up for it by then. I don't know. You tell me, kid. We'll stuff it in his pack and head out to meet up with everyone else.
Alrighty. And I'm assuming everyone else is ready to go pretty quickly. You're almost always ready to go anyway. Alright. So. What's the plan to look in the mirror and maybe get in touch with Dad, see if he can meet us somewhere? That's Oak.
I mean, honestly, I'm willing to follow all of yours collective lead on this. When it comes to the mirror, I'm more of a tag-along.
Well, in that case, what do you want to do, Skunk?
Well, who's this Dad you keep talking about? This is the first time hearing of the guy. Is he special?
Well, he's a very high, powerful cleric, and it was a cleric spell that saved the dragons before. So I'm figuring maybe we can get in touch with Dad and have him come by if my magic doesn't work.
All right.
Oh,
Sounds
we
like a
gotta
plan.
go travel places, right?
What was that?
We're traveling,
Yeah, you're gonna head out.
so why don't we just go there?
I mean, yeah.
Seems like as good a place as any to start. Back to Origin Point 0.
Yeah.
What?
The village where their dad lives is where the group first got together.
Oh. Sounds like a homecoming almost.
Maybe? Not for me, for them, maybe.
Do I have the token on this map?
I mean, we set out for Eban from Easter, right? If so, our token's
Yeah.
right there.
Oh yeah, that's right. So you're going to be traveling out.
The Misty Timberland.
Yep. Though, Locke or Oak is going to contact his dad along the way. Ask him to come by. Now, for what it's worth, Calithir has very rarely actually been in Misty Timberland. He's always off and about doing his other things. So it's going to be, to meet back up in Misty Timberland is going to be, tell Dad to go there because we're going there and we have this thing going on. But that's not particularly difficult. Although Calithir is kind of always got something going on, so it's going to be a persuasion check from Oak.
We just go to the mom and be like, you need to tell your husband to come home now. Like, serious.
I mean, yeah, that would totally work if Oak's persuasion would lower. But you guys will make your way.
Bless you?
Jesus
job.
Christ.
Good job.
Was that Skunk? Or Locke?
That was me.
The first was Skunk. The second was Locke.
No, both were me.
It was a joke.
Anyway,
Sounded
A
painful.
rib or something?
Oh, it was painful. My sneezes are always quite painful, mostly in the throat. I exaggerate it for comedic effect,
fair enough.
but they're still painful. That's very real.
So instead of hurting, they hurt funnier. For
They
comedic
hurt a bit, and I make them out to be worse than they are because it's funny.
Oh,
Clown pain.
Okay,
Hey,
like,
there's a reason we
call
laugh
a
at
rib or
slaps.
something.
I have now just noticed the image of, have you seen this Dalila?
yeah.
Have you seen this, Dalila?
Ha ha ha. Hey there, Dalila.
Anyway.
Come on, Eileen.
So, you guys will start to travel south, and make your way to the Misty Timberland again. Oak will say along the way, having discussed it with Calithir, that Calithir will actually meet you guys there. He's not happy about it, but he will.
Oh, please, your son and daughter needs help. Come on.
And you guys will travel south along the road.
The rude?
And we will do some actually Locke.
Yes.
Roll me a d20. Just a flat d20.
Oh, goody.
Get a 1 and summon a dragon, I swear. Okay.
I'm not Ashley.
No. Okay. So, let me roll. Alright. So, you guys are going to travel forth, and on the second night down here, quit that. No.
What is the giant froggy?
No.
Oh.
Even though you're in Gradiriel and everything is nice and fine and peaceful, with an extra person along the way, or an extra person in the group as per your typical, how are you guys wanting to do watches at night?
Gradiriel doesn't have a watch, he just uses a sundial.
Shush.
What?
Shush.
Locke will take a watch with Kad, I think, and Skunk will stick with Bjorn. Because someone with an absurdly high perception needs to counteract Bjorn's. And someone with a high perception needs to counteract Locke's.
Yeah, Yeah, but do we really want Locke and Kad having the same watch when everyone else is asleep?
You're welcome to watch with us.
Casual's just like,
I mean, to
I
be
don't
fair,
wanna
Are we
be
splitting
awake.
up into 3 or 4?
I don't know.
to be fair, we have Oak, and Oak has really good perception. So, because it is a party of 7 at this point. So,
Yeah. I guess it would just be like, oh, buddy's up with someone.
yeah, pretty much, really. So, since it's both of your characters involved, Locke, roll a d2. Or Brian, roll a d2, rather.
1.
Okay, so first watch is Bjorn, Skunk, and Oak, and then
All right.
and then second watch is Locke and Kad, I think,
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
and then third watch would be the girls.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we will do a first watch for Bjorn, Skunk, and Oak. Roll a perception there, Bjorn.
Hey, how about that?
God damn.
Nice.
That's a 20, that is.
That is all of your luck for the session blown on one perception roll.
Well, maybe I'll find something important.
Wow. 29, 20, 28. Good God. So, let's do... So, let's see, 29, 20, 28. Yeah. Okay. So, it looks to be a peaceful night for the three of you. Hooray.
Excellent.
All right. I will say, for Skunk's watch,
Mm-hmm.
when it's Locke's watch, I do want him to try the astral projection and Vindsevpt thing.
Right. Okay. Was Skunk doing anything for his watch, or was that you getting mixed up?
Skunk is just keeping watch. I got mixed up.
Yeah, making sure. Alright. So, you guys see nothing. Everything is fine. I'm sure the tent of fortitude is being made use of as per the usual.
Mhm.
And next watch will come around, and it'll be Skunk and... it'll be Oak, bleh, Kad, and Locke. There we go. I have the right names now. Yay. So, you were out. You were doing your thing, and then I believe Locke was wanting to talk to Vindsevpt. Or perception checks probably first, I guess.
Probably a good idea to do those first, yeah.
Yep. Perception check for Kad and Locke.
11 from Locke.
I smell 20 and see 16.
Yes. Okay. Things seem to be fine from what you can tell.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright. So, Locke, it's to you. You're wanting to do your Vindsevpt thing.
Yeah, I don't want to spend all day on this because we do have other things to do, and I don't want to hog the spotlight. But generally, what Locke is trying to do is he wants to try and use the Vindsevpt astral projection thing to port his intelligence and his mind, project himself to various libraries or archives or places of study and learning across the world or what he knows of it, where he won't make any effort to hide himself from those who work there. He's going to public institutions so that he can basically just be like, hi, I just need to do some research. I'm really far away, but can I browse your shelves? You're welcome to watch me if you want to make sure I don't take anything. That kind of thing. He's trying to do research in distant places using that method of mental projection.
Right.
To gather what information he possibly can on Dalila specifically.
Come across one librarian that's sleep deprived, just sitting there like, oh great, I'm seeing hallucinations. Okay, have at it. Yeah.
Well, he's not seeing anything because when I show up, I'm invisible.
So you're an
The voice
invisible
is-
motherfucker offering to let them watch you to make sure you don't take anything.
Well, I mean, the things I pick up don't turn invisible.
Right.
Just saying, man. Low-key sus again.
A bit, yes. Look, if I could make myself visible right now, I would, but I don't actually have control over that part of the spell.
Alright, cool. So, you are going to sort of astral project yourself and make your way through these various,
Figuring, like, devote one night each to a different library. If I don't find anything in the last one.
Okay. So, with that in mind, I would like for you, sir, let's see, yeah. Alright. I would like for you to make for me a charisma saving throw, if you would, at disadvantage, because your brain's not where your brain is. Your mind's not where your body is, I should say. There we go.
Oh!
Ooh.
9, natural 1.
Cool. Okay, so...
Not cool.
Alright. So, with that in mind, we will jump... You will be doing your thing. You are in, we'll say, one of the libraries in, probably in Abon, because you heard about the library from Skunk in the play-by-play, and you kind of went to the Servant library because you know that the people there are all into magic and have all sorts of crazy history and whatever else.
And plus, if I mention that, like, I was referred to to them by, a little green kobold boy, they'll know who I'm talking about because that's fresh in their minds.
Precisely, yeah. And they're all about the magic and interested in how the heck you are astral projecting yourself here. So you
They're the ones that listen to the voices that pop up in their head.
Yeah, the librarian there may have a little bit of that sometimes. So yeah, you're in the middle of looking into that and seeing what kind of information you can find, and you will find yourself pulled and shunted, both mentally and physically, and roll me a D100.
Oh, good.
Hey!
43.
Okay, cool. So for Locke, you will find yourself pulled out of the library from where you were, and you're now back with your body. You realize you are back with where you are, but you are not where you were previously. You will find yourself in a very, very bright place. And it seems to be a forest of some kind that you don't quite recognize. Yeah. Locke is not where Locke was. Hooray. We'll get back to you in a minute.
Oh, goody.
So, meanwhile...
That raises concerns.
Uh-huh. Meanwhile... Boop. It's very green here. Meanwhile, also Locke is not here. Goodbye, Locke. Poof.
Oh, so I just straight up physically got ported somewhere else.
Yes, you did. Because, as he makes use of casting the spell, during your watch and when you were, you guys were doing your watch and you were focusing on trying to do your ambience thing, somebody snuck into camp and managed to, since you were not of your body and he was invisible at the time, he snuck past...
Did Kad not catch this?
Not until it was already done, because high stealth went invisible.
Ah.
And Kad...
Oh, question. Was this a form of aggression?
Yes, it is, but it's happening
sort of
outside of the tent. Sort of warning is inside the tent.
Ah.
Yes, you can
Just start doing it that thing. We should just start leaving it outside the tent, but tying it to Bjorn via a rope.
Or we just tell Bjorn to sleep outside the tent.
That's a lot easier. But yeah, so sort of warning will go off and wake everybody up because now it's an active threat. And, hello, kitty.
Meow?
Meow. Very meow. Rawr.
Oh. Shadow Kitty.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And, yeah, so Kad and Locke are doing their watch. Kad, you will see that Locke does his, thing to talk to Evans when he sort of meditates and sort of retreats into himself somewhat, and you're used to seeing him do this, you know. And, everything is fine. Everything is grand. And then all of a sudden, poof, Locke is not there, and suddenly there instead is a tabaxi person. Who just sort of smiles and smirks at you, Kad. It's just like, hi.
Why? So this tabaxi is smiling at me.
Yep.
Well.
And this is an active threat, by the way, but the sword is inside the tent currently.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, I need to see if I need an adult. I don't like it.
No, you don't.
I don't like it. Hit it with a hammer.
So it's Locke and myself, but Locke is kind of out of his head.
He was.
I have been teleported somewhere else entirely. I am no longer here.
Yep.
Yeah. And in its
Lovely.
place is a tabaxi.
Yep.
So
Right.
yeah, loud trumpet towards the sleeping people.
Yep. And initiative roll. Hurrah.
Oh, good.
Dum, dum, dum.
I think I remember how to do this.
Right.
Ooh. Well, that sucks.
You technically have advantage on those.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's already factored in. I rolled a 7 and an 8.
Oh, nice.
I'll be up in a minute, guys.
So
At
this-
least the
Something's wrong.
tabaxi has a 0. That's good.
I've not rolled his yet. You shush. Getting everybody else's before I get his. And then his. Be glad that casting a spell gets rid of invisibility. Otherwise, Locke would have just disappeared and you'd have no clue where he went. Because, you know, that wouldn't have been bad at all. Where is your... Yes, correct. Speedy Kitty is speedy. Boop. And... descending. Oh, hey, Bjorn.
Yeah, no, it's kind of a shocker, huh?
Right? Wow. Okay.
Right. So Bjorn is, I presume, sleeping in the tent when he hears Kad trumpeting outside.
He hears Kad trumpeting outside. His sword will go off and it will wake everyone up so that everyone can act in their turn as normal, though they still have to get up from being prone.
Right.
So, no surprise round that he could have theoretically had, but...
Good news. Bjorn is going to grab his thunder sword, and he's going to sprint out of the tent at full speed to see what is going on.
Mm-hmm. And you will find no Locke. You knew that this was supposed... You were among the others who had woken up Locke and Kad to do their watch. No Locke, this cat person, and Kad, who is probably in the middle of raging, because he can rage at the beginning of his turn, easily.
Makes sense. The tabaxi that I see then, is he armed?
From what you can tell, he is actually not armed. He has his claws out, though.
Well, I mean, that's basically armed. I'm going to move and try to attack him. I'm going to declare non-lethal damage. Well,
Okay.
not that he would be taken down on the first swing, but just on the off chance. I'm trying to incapacitate, and because Bjorn don't know what's going on. He heard a trumpet, he came out, here's a cat. I'm gonna hit it.
I mean, yeah.
10 to hit.
10 will not hit.
Alright. Swing 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alright, that'll be the 10 slashing damage. I believe it gets the 2d6 thunder damage, which comes out to 8. And we'll go ahead and throw a level 2 smite on there. So that's going to be 18 and 30 overall.
Dang. Okay. Easy math, though, so that's good.
I always like it when the math turns out like that.
Right? Alright.
Yeah.
So, Skunk, because I have my players go before the baddies.
All right. I guess Skunk will scramble up, run to the entrance of the Tent of Fortitude, look out. When he's like,
Oh, what?
see Tabaxi that Bjorn is already sort of going at. Sort of clock.
Okay, we got a bad guy.
I imagine with my 26 passive perception, I'll notice a distinct lack of Locke.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right. So, how much of my movement have I used? Can I still get into like melee range or
Oh, yeah,
no?
easily. He's like right next door to where the 10 is currently.
All right. Then Skunk will be doing short sword and come in for a swing. Do I get advantage because he's already engaged by pack tactics? So yeah, I should get my advantage on this automatically.
Yep.
And advantage is broken on this sheet, so I'll just roll it twice and Prage. 21 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so that will be just full on like 12 points of damage, and my sneak attack damage is an extra 32
So
for a
44.
total of 44 and non-lethal.
Mm-hmm.
And as Skunk is doing that, he's going to throw his head around and just go,
Where's Locke?
Oh, you don't have to worry about him.
What did you do?
Oh, don't worry about that. It's fine. Alright, and then it is his turn.
Goblin bears.
He's just gonna do that smile again, and you guys came rushing out of the tent, so he can sort of see in the tent where the rest of the party is, and it's like all this is happening at once, so everybody's getting ready to do their things and all this. So he's going to cast a spell. He will start mumbling for his verbal components and things, and everyone but Kad make a wisdom saving throw.
oh, goody. 15 from Skunk.
17 for Bjorn.
Does anyone get bonuses from the auras the paladins are letting off for this?
Oh yeah, you would.
How much is that bonus?
5.
5. Okay, so 20 from Skunk.
Mm-hmm. And then also for Oak and Young and Silver. Okay.
Huh?
You rolled yours. You're good. And then I need Oak and Young because they're the other of the 5. Wisdom. Oop. Oh. Okay. And then Oak. Okay. And yours is with all of your bonuses and whatnot therein, right, Silver?
Yep.
Cool. So...
Sorry, guys.
This is funny. So... This only works on the girls. Not on anybody else. Because everybody made their save except for the girls.
Woo!
Young is now suddenly way the heck over here.
The fuck?
And
Oh, shit.
Silver is way over here.
Hey! Made it outside of the tent somehow.
You did. And then having done that for his action, and it didn't work on as many of the people as he would have liked, he is going to make use of a bonus action and jump and go back here. Hooray.
Opportunity attacks or no?
Nope.
Okay.
And it is now to Oak. Oak is going to wake up. He sees that the girls just suddenly teleport and are like spirited away. And he will make his way out of the tent and see all this and what is going on? And following through with that, he will do. Actually, he will sort of stand in about here or so, and he will do Spirit Guardians.
Woo.
And that is 15-foot aura in and around him. Let's give him an aura. There we go. And he now will have that up. And he will sort of hang back with the rest of the group, even though the girls are way the heck over there. Yang, who was just in the middle of getting up from being prone, is now suddenly teleported all the way the heck over there. She's like, what? She will use half her movement to get up. And then, her movement is a total of 45, so half movement of that would be like 25 and something, 20 and change. So she is going to make for her run and get to about here, running back to the group. And then she is going to bonus action dash, because rogue, and get up here into the middle of Oak's Spectre's things, or his Spirit Guardian things. And she is going to, seeing as how she can't get all the way to him currently, and she's going to see that Silver's all the way the heck over there, and she's just going to sort of get into a battle pose and ready in action to attack if the kitty comes close. Kad. Right?
Yeah, I'm not muted again.
Hammer time.
Yes.
Danny.
So, kitty's over here.
Kitty's over there.
I think I have like 5,000 movement.
Yeah, you have a lot.
Okay, cool. So, it was what, bonus action to enrage at the start of my first turn?
Yes.
I'd rather use my bonus action to make a second me.
Okay. There's the second cat. Boop.
Thank you. And we, and by that I mean I, but plural, are going to run over something to this effect, I guess.
Yep.
So I'm going to recklessly attack it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why'd you have to put your clone right there?
What?
It's in her way.
You can put clone here.
Yeah. Okay, that's better. Flanking.
Okay. So a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
For 7 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And my weapon has a special ability, so 26 to hit for 10 more.
Mm-hmm.
And this does not include my rage damage, right? Okay, good.
Nope.
And then I'm a high-level melee person, so extra attack.
Yep.
A 19 or a 19 to hit for 12.
Yep.
Let's see, what is it? Something gave me 1 extra attack, right? Oh, I can spend a Unleash Incarnation.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just keep adding more numbers. 23 to hit for 12.
Again. So many 12s.
It's a popular
Right.
one.
Alrighty.
And I think that is all I can do with my turn this turn. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Alright. Silver.
Hello!
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she'll stand. Does she have she standing up, or was she, like, teleported standing up?
Sort of like Yang, you were in the middle of getting up, so you still have to finish your getting up from prone thing all the way over there.
Oh, there goes half my movement.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll stand up, that's 15 feet of movement. She will cast Haste on yourself.
Ooh. As an action, yep.
Yep, as an action. Ah. She has +2 to AC. Her movement is now doubled, and she can take an extra action, which she's going to use her movement and the extra action to dash.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 60 plus. Crap! I gotta do math.
You had your
75 feet of movement.
Yes.
Because she had to stand up.
Yes.
So that is. Whoop. Hi.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you did. I don't like it.
Yep. Does Silver actually say that way?
Yeah, she just she appears like out there and like, what's going on? It's all of a sudden just like runs over and be like, oh, hello. Did you think you can get rid of us?
No.
It's so funny.
No. I just think it's more fun that way. Bjorn, it's your turn.
All right.
Oh, yay. He's surrounded.
Surrounded, but he also did that jump thing earlier, and I don't like that. So instead of hitting him with my sword, I'm going to football tackle him and attempt to grapple him and make sure he does not go anywhere.
Oh. Nice. Okay.
What do I need to roll for that?
That would be an athletics to grapple.
Athletics, here it comes. 19.
I can roll an acrobatics or athletics to get out of it.
Yep. Huh. Funny. He has all the makings of a character that should have it, but I actually did not give him that skill. Cool. No grapple.
Yike!
Aw, man.
He sort of just... It's like the... he is a feline, so he sort of just weaves out of your grasp because his body can bend in ways that yours can't. No.
It was deeply obnoxious. Very well.
Okay.
Yep. That's the one.
And it is now Skunk.
Okay, question.
Mm-hmm.
Hypothetically speaking, if I were to use Misty Step to appear over, like in the space above this creature, and then do a plunging attack on it, would that do anything beneficial besides just looking cool?
No. I mean, it could theoretically pin him, but it would still be a grapple check. Or a grapple type situation. I would let you use acrobatics instead of athletics if you wanted to do something like that.
You know what? I'm really good at acrobatics. I will do that. I will bonus action Misty Step into the air above this fucker and drop on them to try to grapple them.
Sure. Go for it.
Only have Fury of the Small.
34.
Get
Athletic.
fucked.
Are you doing this to grapple with him, or are you doing this to strike him?
I mean, if I were to attack him, it could do considerably more damage, but doing this, he is stuck in one spot, and then everyone else can wail the fuck on him.
This is true.
So I'm figuring I want to do the route that will prevent the enemy from fleeing, so I'm going to do the grapple.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So, yeah, he has absolutely no means to escape that because 34. Let's see here. So you have successfully pinned the kitty. Good job.
He literally cannot roll high enough to escape, can he?
No, he can't. And nat 20s don't matter, so...
So I basically just fall on his head, and I imagine basically just like grappling someone keeps them from moving, right?
I mean, yeah, generally. Or, well, he could still attack and he could still do things. He's just effectively at disadvantage if he's trying to do like an attack.
And he can't, like, move. But then again, he also can't because he's, like, surrounded on all sides.
Yeah.
So I imagine the way I'm flavoring this is Skunk just drops on top of his head, like, gets, like, wraps his lower, like, his legs around this guy's, like, neck and shoulders, and just starts punching him in the back of the head, just being a little nuisance.
Cool.
Just absolutely being a migraine.
Very
Just
cool.
crawling all over him, biting, clawing, snapping, smacking him with his tail.
Cool. Good to know. So
Rogues, man.
rogues, man, ain't they great?
They are. I love playing them.
So you land on top of his head. You have him grappled and like punting him in the back of the head, and he's just like, "She didn't tell me anything about you." Misty Step. He's over here.
Oh, come
Can I
on.
go with him?
No. Misty Step. What's the range on that?
30 feet.
30. So let's say.
And he said she didn't tell me anything about you.
Yep.
Woo! Ooh, was it a spell, Misty Step?
It was a spell, Misty Step. Yes.
Counter.
Ha
Yeah, no, fuck you. You're not going anywhere.
Get back here, you cungus.
Roll
It's gonna
for
be
it.
level 4.
Into the circle of doom.
Alright, gotta roll.
You got to roll for it. His Misty Step's not at level 2.
What did he cast it at?
Don't worry
Can it be
about it.
cast?
Don't worry about it. Roll for it.
Even for a level 4.
Um.
Because I'm expending a level 4 spell slot.
His is higher than 4.
Oh, for frick. Meh.
Betcha it's a warlock.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay.
thinking too.
DC
Yeah, what
10 plus the spell's level, and it is an ability check for charisma for you, I think.
That's charisma.
Yeah.
Come on. 24.
Okay. Counterspell works.
Hey,
Woohoo!
get back here.
He is currently on top of me.
I will put him there.
Yay.
All right. So he prepares to do Misty Step. You see it coming. You know how Misty Step works. You've had it happen to you many a time. And
Yeah, no, I'm not dealing with that.
you're like, no, counterspell. Pop. And he can't do his Misty Step. Wonderful. So that was his bonus action. He has bonus action to do Misty Step. He has a skunk on his face. 'Cause that's annoying.
That gives him disadvantage everything, right?
Disadvantage if he was to attack, which now he has to because he can't get away.
Trapped.
No escape.
No escape. No escape. No escape,
No
motherfucker.
Hey, so if you cast a spell, but it gets countered, the spell slot fizzles, right?
Yes, it does.
And if it took an action to cast, it still took an action. It just kind of wasted the time, right?
Yes. So let me check a thing right quickly. Wait. Let's do it this way. He's having to change up his tactics, which means I have to change up my tactics because y'all are being smart.
Like, hey, give us back our little guinea boy, you dipshit. That's ours.
Uh-huh.
Hey, that's mine.
Okay. So, in that respect, yes. So he is currently has to keep concentrating on Gary. Okay, yeah. So he's just gonna start swinging. He has a disadvantage because of Skunk and Annoying. So the first one he's going to swing at is going to be Skunk because Annoying.
Try it, slut.
Let's see. Let's just. I'll just roll it twice. because disadvantage.
Plus 11 to hit, and that's not great.
19.
Yeah, that hits. My armor class is 17. Skunk takes a hit.
Okay, cool. 11 damage too.
I've had far worse.
Do me a favor. Make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm not good at those. 15.
No, you're stunned. Get off.
Meow.
And then he's going to.
Wait, it's a Constitution save. He should be at 20.
Oh, he would be at 20. You're right, because of the bonus from you. So yeah. You are not stunned.
Hey,
Um,
nice try, cunt.
He's smacking you again because you're annoying.
Ah,
He missed though.
Wow.
yep.
All right.
Like he punches me in the head. I shake my head. He goes again, and I just dodge. And I just start scurrying down his chest like.
How did he miss with the crit?
He
Oh,
had to roll. He had to roll a
Disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Seeing how this is all going down, Oak is going to. Let's see. You know what? This would be funny. In many ways. Oak is going to do. He doesn't know exactly what this guy is capable of, but you guys sort of have him down and pinned at the moment. So.
Just tell us where our friend is, or at least, better yet, bring him back. You might live.
So yeah, this. Wisdom saving throw or fall prone. What is your... your wisdom is not great. What is your DC there? Oh, just double checking. Yeah, okay.
18, it says.
Yeah, it does say. Yep, okay. So, no go on Tasha's hideous laughter. That would have been funny. Young is going to come up and get into this corner over here. She sees Skunk pounding him and sort of on his head and making it annoying. And she is...
On him.
Mm-hmm. So she is going to swing. And yeah. Let's do that. Ew. All right then.
Ruin him.
And that's gonna double the sneak attack damage too.
Which would she get sneak on this?
I mean, if she has advantage, which I think she should.
Yeah.
The enemy is flanked on all sides and grappled by me. This creature is about as disadvantaged as you can be.
Yeah, she has
fair.
advantage in sneak attack, so.
So, 19, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 31. I think. Is that right? Hey, cool. My math
30.
that math didn't fail me. Cool. All right. So that's that. 31 damage to him.
Was that with sneak attack as well?
Was that? I gotta roll her sneak as well.
Mm-hmm.
And her sneak is 3d6, which gets doubled to 6d6.
Nice.
For 19 more.
Nice.
So that's what, 31 plus 19?
So 50.
50?
Yep.
50. Nice.
Let's see if he beats a 25 Constitution save.
The Constitution save on Stunning Strike is not related to the damage that you deal.
I thought it was.
No. It's just a save.
Oh,
based-
that's concentration check. Never mind.
Yeah. There
Getting
you go.
so many Constitution saves mixed up.
Yep. Well, that makes for easy math. Cool. If I can hit the right button. No. I say as I hit the wrong button again. Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
You.
So, Constitution save. He's not good at those. But he rolled a 20. So that was just her first attack. Rar. For 10 more. 45. Roll that. And then do that again, you punk. That time he fails. He's stunned. So she has advantage on him again. But it doesn't matter anyway because she has advantage.
And it can't get sneak attack twice,
Right.
sadly.
Mm-hmm.
However,
But everyone else gets advantage.
she's like, we were intending to be non-lethal, right? Is what we were going
Yeah.
for? Okay. Good to know.
Questions
know we're
must
locked.
be asked.
And answered. So, hurt them. Kill them later.
15, she missed. And 27, she hit again for 11.
11.
Okay. So he is stunned. He is covered. He's covered and prone with a skunk. And now it is Kad's turn.
So he is like flat.
Well, he's not. He is not fallen prone. He is just stunned and currently has a skunk on his head. So he might as well be flat on his back. He's just very
For how catastrophically fucked he is.
Yeah.
This is a person who should have brought a lot of backup.
Miscalculations occurred.
He lost the action economy.
He pretty much did. Yeah.
So I guess we're still beating up on him.
Yeah.
Beat the shit out of him.
Just knock him the fuck out.
So 10 more,
Yep.
10,
14 more.
Guy's got a lot of hit points.
But I am especially lucky for 10 more.
And yeah, he's gone. He is unconscious.
But I had one more. Okay, fine.
He has been concussed all to crap.
I mean, we all just kind of gather around and start kicking him.
So he is now unconscious. Hooray. Let's see. Let me double check a thing. Making sure. Spell in question is not like the other spell that does somewhat the same thing. No, it is not. Cool. So he is unconscious and he is down. What do you guys want him to do?
Loot that body, loot that body, loot that body.
I mean, you can if you want to.
I
Does
think
Locke
we should tie
reappear?
him up.
What's that?
Does Locke reappear?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Oh.
And it's not good.
I'm going to start looting his body for shit. See if there's anything on him.
Go for it. Roll investigation. With advantage.
Come on.
With advantage, because everybody's helping you.
Woo!
It should be super advantage because there's 2 elephants helping.
Sure.
I mean, you could also
16.
roll with the highest whoever has investigation of the group. But
I got 16.
okay. So, you are going to find a amulet for one.
Does it look like?
It's actually a very cool little. You're not entirely sure what kind of metal it is, but it's very shiny, and it has a emblem on it, that may or may not seem familiar.
What is it?
The emblem on it is a image of a butterfly wrapped in vines.
Is there?
Mm-hmm.
There's like no gems or anything on it.
And then beyond that, he will also have Let me double check. Does this have a... I don't think it does, but I'm going to... it's fine. So, you will see that he has on him a very intricate looking metal forked metal rod.
Forked metal rod?
Forked metal rod. Yep.
Tuning fork.
It's got like engravings and patterns of like nature and leaves, and it looks very magical and mystical. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Oak, hang on to this. Don't want him trying to steal that back.
Yep.
I would like for Skunk to help with tying up the person and to prevent them from doing somatic components or hand gestures. I would like to stuff my grappling hook into their hand and tie the grappling hook to their fingers.
Ah.
Mm.
Okay.
So that if they try to move their hands too much, they're just going to stab themselves in the palm. So they can't do their fingers for like silent fingers only casting.
Okay. Ow. Okay. So you will bind and tie him up. He also has, hey Silver, since you're the one searching him, roll for me 2d4.
2d4?
2d4.
Take all his material components, gag him, bind his hands, deprive him of all means of casting.
Woo! 8!
Oh, nice. You will find on him 80 gold.
Nice!
80 gold?
80 gold.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, that's 10 gold each.
More or less, yeah.
If we save 10 for Locke when we find him.
More or less,
Remember, one of those Kads is a magical duplicate.
Oh! Never mind.
There's 7 in the party in total. 6
And
right
we'll
now.
give... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
80 divided by 7.
It'd be 11.42857114 blah blah blah.
I mean, for some reason, Silver has like 1,600 gold on her. She's just gonna, she's just gonna sit there and give like, just gonna give hers to Locke whenever they find him and be like, he gets 20.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I'll just add that to the sheet preemptively.
Assuming you find him.
I mean, is there anything else like a marble, gem, or something?
No, he doesn't have anything of very intrinsic value on him other than the amulet and his rod.
How in the world did he teleport? Couldn't be banishment, or else the dude would, or he would be back. If it was banishment.
Wasn't banishment.
Huh?
It was not banishment. Nope.
Couldn't be a teleportation circle because, like, Kad would have seen the teleportation circle being drawn.
Yeah. Not to mention, teleportation circle would have all kinds of things on top of it for being unwilling. I will, just because you have some magically inclined people.
Because the only thing I can think of is divine intervention. That's it.
So, since you have been encountering it before, Silver, roll me Arcana or Religion, whichever one of those is higher for you, at advantage. Probably not very high for either one.
Oh my god.
22.
What was that noise? What?
One of these things just doesn't belong here.
What? Why? Anyway. Okay, so yes. So Silver. Seeing the rod, and seeing what the rod looks like, you're able to piece together that the spell in question that he may have used was plane shift.
Oh my god. What the fuck is that doing in there?
You okay?
What?
I only just now realized its connotations. I'm sorry. Look, Look, Tumblr sometimes feeds me gold, and I must pass it around. I must share the meal. Okay?
I'm already spreading it.
Oh yeah.
God.
Rolling up his motorcade to the orgy, a disappointed and rejected JFK asks, "So no head?"
Why? Why?
I mean, he still had most of his head, didn't he?
Yeah.
It just had a big hole in it. I've seen the footage at least once.
Anyway. Anyway.
It's horribly dark, but it's so funny.
Anyway, Silver, yes, you're able to piece together that the spell in question, based on the metal rod and the fact that Locke did not come back when he was knocked unconscious, he used plane shift. Which, plane
Wait,
shift...
doesn't that have also, like, unwilling?
Yes. You can use,
And wouldn't...
You can use this spell to banish an unwilling creature to another plane, choose a creature within reach, and make a melee spell attack against it. On a hit, the creature must make a charisma saving throw. If the creature fails to save, it's transported to a random location on the plane of existence you specify. He was invisible, he got advantage on the attack, and Locke had disadvantage on the saving throw because he wasn't in his head.
Fuck.
And then as per the rest of the thing, if the creature fails to save, it's transported to a random location on the plane of existence you specify. Which was why I had Locke roll the D100. Anyway, so combat's over. You have an unconscious kitty man, and you have tied him up. You have done bukus of annoying things where his hands to where he can't use magic, or at least not semantic components anyway. And yeah. So what's the plan now?
I presume we'll want to question him, which means we'll need to wake him back up. And towards that end, Bjorn will reach for his decanter of endless water.
Okay. Skunk will have his short sword ready and angled for the cat person's throat to threaten them into not speaking in any language except common. Because if they start speaking in magic tongues, then, I'm gonna go for the slit.
We know this guy works for... I'm assuming this is a Dahlia's amulet.
If you show it around to other people, Kad will recognize the emblem from when he was making use of the amulet way back when. That's the only other place you've seen that emblem.
Wait, so we never saw it, like, around her statues?
She didn't have
anything?
She didn't have it on her statues, nope.
Well, I'm gonna sit there and tell everyone that Locke had been plane shift with that tuning fork. So if we can identify the tuning fork of where it goes, we technically don't need the cat person anymore.
Alright.
So if you want to still question him, go ahead. I'm a little pissed off right now. I don't feel friendly.
I mean, would the identify spell be able to tell me where that tuning fork is tuned?
I believe so.
Probably.
Okay, give it here. I can do that. I know that spell.
Oak has it. I gave it to Oak to hold, just in case if Kitty here decides to get out.
Okay, well, I'll go to Oak then, and I'll go to Oak.
Yep. Oak will pass it over to you. You can do identify and all that fun stuff.
Yep, and I will cast Identify. And casting it as a ritual means I won't expend a spell slot, right?
Yeah, it'll just take longer.
Yeah, it takes 10 minutes.
Which is fine, because he's going to stay unconscious for however long until you decide to heal him. Or
True, but at the same time, we're kind of in a hurry, and I have 4 spell slots. I'll blow 1 spell slot to do it in 1 minute instead of 10.
Fair enough. Okay. So, making use of identifying, you will find that the tuning fork is attuned for the Feywild.
Oh, goody.
Yep.
Feywild.
Oh, do we continue with dragons or do we go to Feywild?
I mean, My mirror can wait. That's an idle curiosity to me. I'm not happy about leaving the dragon in there, but he's been in there a long time. He can wait. Our friend's in danger now.
Yeah, but the downside is we might not end up at the same place that he did.
Still, point stands.
I mean,
Point stands of we don't know how long it's going to take us when we get to the Feywild to find him.
So we can make use of, and this is Oak speaking. We sort of spent time with Locke quite a bit and saw him and interacted with him and all this. We could make use of locate creature or locate object.
You are
but
cutting out magnificently. I cannot hear anything anyone is
lovely.
saying.
But that only has a limited amount of range.
I was hearing them all right.
Yeah, I don't know. My mic was showing okay on OBS. Oh, granted, it can't really tell me much about what it is other than that it's there, but anyway. What is the range on those things? What?
There we go.
Hello?
Oh.
You all turned into staticky robots there for a bit.
Oh.
Woo!
And I couldn't hear a single word anyone was saying. None of you were even speaking. I just occasionally heard a little of static.
Okay, so it was on your end more than us. Good to know.
That's not fun.
Okay, so yeah, you could make use of locate creature, but you'd have no idea where he is, and there is a limited range on those things.
What about scrying?
Scrying could work, because we would be on the same plane as him.
And sending, we have spells to communicate.
Yes. As long as we get onto the same plane as him, which, with the tuning fork, we can.
Yep. And you have made use of tuning forks and traveled with plane shift before. And also, I believe plane shift can be used by,
Druids and cleric?
cleric, sorcerer, warlock, wizard, druid.
Yes.
So, guess who's somebody that might want to know something happened to her son and could totally plane shift you with the tuning fork?
Can we take her with us?
You know what? That would be great, because, like, her baby's in danger. We need a rescue mission.
We've been gone for 1 day with her son.
Yeah.
It's like,
I was like,
hey...
we know we just left town, but let's go to the Feywild.
Like, so, this isn't our fault, but your son was kidnapped in our presence. Which
Yeah,
is
I
like
knew
Locke's
Oak should've
greatest
just
fear
gone
is
up.
being kidnapped. He's terrified of that, so he's not having a good day right now.
Nope.
Why didn't we say have Oak on the same watch as Kad and Locke?
Because you rolled a 1 instead of a 2. Anyway, so yeah, you guys are going to
Go fight a god.
go back to
Pretty much,
Yukiege,
huh?
I guess. Yeah.
What are we doing with the cat?
Let's just drag him along. Because I'm sure Locke's mom would want a word with him.
Okay. I will summon Rupert, and we can tie him to Rupert, so that Rupert will be dragging him behind us.
So are you going to tie him on Rupert, or are you going to tie ropes to Rupert and tie them to him so that you're dragging him?
That could cause damage and kill him.
The guy's already tied up. Just throw him over Rupert's back, and if he
Yeah.
falls over and like breaks a bone, it's fine. He has more of those.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
we got a cleric.
It's fine. If he falls off of Rupert, he'll land on his feet.
You all are far kinder and more merciful than my tribe's people. Very well.
Alright.
Look, we just want him to survive the day's travel. Afterwards, have at it. We don't care. Well, I don't care.
Yeah, personally, since we already know he's connected to Dalila based on everything else, we kind of don't need him much anymore, so...
Yeah.
I mean, he might have some idea about why exactly Locke was taken, and that's information we could use.
Maybe.
And I mean, again, Locke's mom is gonna have opinions on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there might be a conversation. We should be ready for that.
I mean, hey, I know how scary angry moms can be. You never met mine. She was a terror when she got mad.
Oh, trust me, and this is like Oak and then Yong at the same time, sort of just mutually saying the same thing. Yes, we know all about crazy mothers. We get it.
Well, my mom wasn't crazy, but she was scary when she was mad. Back it up, too. One hell of a good ranger.
I had a slight senile headmistress.
Yeah, when my mom was mad, she glows. It's scary. Anyway. So...
Oh my fucking god, Impulsive, you asshole!
What?
I'm sharing the combat encounter we just got out of with my other D&D group. Well, let's just say one of the other players had this to add to it.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
It was like, you kidnapped one of my characters by forcefully plane shifting him to the Feywild against his will so that a corrupt archfey could brainwash him. No sympathy. To which Impulsive posted a gif of Apple Bloom punching the earth while saying, they will never find the body.
Yep. Yep. I love that gift. That's an adorable gift. I want to get the actual animation. Yeah, that. There we go.
Jinx!
Anyway, mine's better because mine's actually animated. Yours has to play. Anyway. So, you guys are going to go back to Yukiege and get to Alessandra and tell her that her son's been kidnapped.
Yeah, and here's the tabaxi.
Who had something...
Have fun.
He's the one that did it. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
We'll go stand outside and deter people from wondering, what's the screaming?
We'll make sure the City Watch doesn't try to investigate the sounds of absolute horrible torture taking place. This is all good. Is it lawful? This is all good.
Good.
It might be a little evil, but it's all good.
I'm feeling like an intellect prison in there somewhere, maybe. Alright. So, you will, make your way back to Yukiege, dragging him along. I know this was partly for a bit, but do you think Alessandra would... I mean, how aggressive would Alessandra be with the rest of the party and him for this whole mess? Locke?
I mean, I imagine she'll be exasperated, obviously. You know, that's
Very
her
much
fucking
so.
son. But, I always imagined Alessandra as a very reasonable woman. She's not going to be too bothered about the party. She might be annoyed at them for dropping their guard long enough or sufficiently enough for Locke to be taken in the first place. But, she knows these people. She likes them. These are family friends. But the vast majority of her ire is going to be on that tabaxi. Also, it occurs to me, time dilation between planes. Locke's been there a while already.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going to have to figure out the best way to do it, but I do want to have some sort of... we can discuss that later, but, I do want to figure out how to do scenes in such a way with Locke where he is that don't really take all the time from the other sessions. In some...
We could probably just do, some one-on-one off sessions if we want to do that, given the time involved.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, is some sort of one-on-one off sessions would be fine.
Goody.
I just didn't know how you felt about trying to do such a thing.
Well, I mean, he kind of dropped this on me by surprise, so we'll wing it.
Yeah. Yep. I also wasn't expecting for his thing to actually work. The convenience of you wanting to talk to Ambenswin for the history and looking up stuff, I was like, perfect, lovely. He has disadvantage now. Boop, goodbye. And then rolling for perception for the watches and things. He actually was not that high in his stealth was high, because of course his stealth is going to be high. And he had it at advantage because he was also invisible. But party 1 in the first watch would have caught him had he came in the first watch.
But he came and watched too, so
If he had come closer and was trying to do something, he was watching the group. He wasn't sure which one that Locke would be in. But anywho, yeah. We will say that we can prepare for a plane shift situation, for a rescue mission to save Locke. And we can go ahead and end it here so that I can find some time to get with Ryan and figure out what's going on with Locke in this other room.
Okay.
What? Woo!
I actually had an enemy succeed in what they were doing. Sure, they're unconscious, but it's fine. Cool. Anyway, so let's do. This has been Shadows. Can be David, since he hasn't been here in a million years. And join us next time can be Brian, because he has significant going on with Locke.
Oh boy.
All right.
Yep.
This has been Shadows of Gradiriel.
Join us next time as we go after Locke to see if we can save the poor kid's ass. It's probably not going to be that simple, though. It never is, or in the final arc.